name's Katie and I just want to talk about some winter colour today. So we've got a few of my favourites for winter colour. We've got your daisies and lavender. Perfect for that cottage garden feel. As most people seem to struggle with getting that colour in during winter, it's always what plant to pick, what's going to be best to fill your garden, that's going to be low maintenance and not too much work, but will still give you the flower in return. So you've got your osteo daisies and your agaranthum daisies. Quite different look, but you both get similar flowers on there. So easiest care with these guys, they're only low growing, so great for little borders, hedging. You can shape them to however you choose. Best care with these guys is they can be a bit touchy with the heat, so I always say make sure they've got plenty of water in the mornings. If you keep them in pots, I'd probably keep an eye on it probably a couple times a week. If it's in a garden and it's well mulched, once to twice a week, and that should be fine. You'll see if they need the water. If they're looking like they're starting to get really droopy, then you can definitely touch them up with some water. Care wise, to keep the flowering going, as you can see with this beautiful agaranthum, you've got a few open ones and you've got all your beautiful buds ready to pop open. As your flowering starts to drop, none of them are dead at the moment, but when they do, get your trusty pair of secateurs and just keep clipping. As soon as your flower dies, just a nice little chop. And that's all it needs. Just tip prune as your flower starts to die off. You can choose to do that once every fortnight, 3 weeks, or whatever. Go out, give it a quick haircut. It'll just keep the flowering continuing right through the season. Same thing with the osteo, both very similar habits. And with the lavender, one of my favorites. If you like scented plants, lavender is my all-time favorite. We've got a lot of different types of your lavenders. We've got your blueberry ruffles, my personal favorite, a really strong, healthy plant. Again, you can use it as a nice little border, or you can actually hedge it up as well. And if you want a bit of a contrast, your Snow Princess is a beautiful white plant. Lavender, as most people will know, you'll find it in your mother's garden, grandmother's garden. Someone you know will have had lavender at some point, and you'll hear hit and miss stories. Some have great success, others, as soon as they put them in, will die. Doesn't like a lot of water in the garden beds. So if you've got a really heavy, gluggy soil, I would consider putting it in a pot or another area. I would water in the morning before it gets too hot and the humidity gets a bit too much for them, and they'll tend to turn their toes. So water in the morning when it's nice and cool, let it soak all day, and not too much over watering for these guys. Keep them hacked back. You can give these a really, really rough cut with your secateurs, just straight over the top when they drop their flowers as well, and it'll keep continuing flowering right through the season as well. Some beautiful picks for your winter colour.